never met?
We have not.
Okay.
No, we haven't.
What an honor.
I'm like, Jesus, just bringing people together. Okay, so I have to ask you, this is the craziest story to me. So you're from Atlanta.
I am, born and raised.
Uh-huh. And then you're in where does the jump to go to Korean competition show? What happened there?
This is a story.
Okay.
Okay, so go to school.
Okay.
Graduate, get a job at Deloitte Consulting doing strategy, ask for a year off, and I went to India to do service work, essentially. Yeah. And while I was there, I got an email through a YouTube video that a TV show had watched. And I thought it was a scam. And it said like, hey, come to Korea, send us your passport. What happens when you do that? You lose your identity.
Send us your passport.
Yes, and I was like, this is a scam.
This is shady.
But I was like, I've always wanted to do a music thing.
Yeah.
Why not just send just enough information to see if they send me a flight? And sure enough, they did. So I get to Korea a few days later.
Yeah.
Started an audition program, very much like the one you were on.
Yeah.
And then I got to the top 5, signed a record deal, quit my job, and started my career in music.
Yeah, what a story. To grow up in Atlanta, and I just thought that was a crazy jump. So I hear they have a nickname for you in Korea. I love this nickname. Did you love it?
It was,
Is it the nation's boyfriend?
Yeah. I was like, do I say this myself?
I think it's, is it the nation's boyfriend?
Yeah, I was called the nation's boyfriend.
That's just like everyone's boyfriend. I'm just, look at that.
Yeah.
The nation's boyfriend, what does this mean?
So,
have you asked?
I was told, so pretty much in Korea there's a phrase called 일 가구 일 에릭남.
Yeah.
So that means 1 Eric Nam per household. So it's like, it's like actually kind of in like the dictionaries, and like if you search it, it's like a thing.
You're like Beyonce with Bootylicious. You just like made a word. Like, that's incredible.
But here's the thing, I didn't make it. I don't know who made it, but it was made, and then all of a sudden I was on this this fun reality show. It was, reality where I'm fake married for like 9 months. And through that and through being on all these, I know.
How did you like being married? How did you like being married?
It was great.
It doesn't stick for everyone.
Well, mine was like 9 months.
Okay.
Again, it was.
Some are.
It was,
yeah. In reality.
Also true.
Yeah.
But it was fun. But it was through doing a lot of shows, and I was on any sort of TV show, radio show, anything, everywhere. And I think people just really saw me everywhere, and I think people liked me in general, and so I got that.
You're very likable.
Thank you so
Yes, you are very likable.
so much.
So House on a Hill, where did this album title come from?
I was wanting to buy a house, and I was looking all around. I happened to find this beautiful house in LA, and I was like, this is the home. And then I was like, wait, but I'm never anywhere. Do I really need to make this thing? And then I went down this rabbit hole of thinking about all the things that we're told we need to be happy or successful. Yeah. That is getting property, or having a certain family, or looking a certain way, or having all these things.
You think, if I do this, I'll be happy. If I have this,
But then I started to realize it's like, no matter what you have, you're always gonna want the shiniest, the newest thing, the upgrade. And
Apple gets us every time.
Every time they get
it's
us,
the same
I don't stand in line anymore, though. I'm not standing in line no more. I'll order it on the...
Wait till they work out the kinks. No, but you're right, though. That is true. Like, especially when we're younger, we think like, oh, this will make me happy.
Yeah. So that was kind of the start of the process, which led me down a complete rabbit hole of an existential crisis of sorts. So just figuring out what makes me happy, what makes me tick, what makes me really want to get up every day and do what I do. And that's kind of how we built out the album, trying to figure out some of those.
So that house on a hill you thought you wanted wasn't really what you wanted,
No, I think one day I do, but right now I'm good. I think it's enjoying the process of creating, of touring, and meeting incredible people like yourselves.
Yeah. Did you have that when you were younger? I used to do that too, especially because I grew up with no money. Then they give you money and you're like, what do I do with this? And I would. You totally end up buying stuff like, oh, if I had this house, I got in Texas, if I did this, I definitely went through all of that. Was not as smart as you, actually bought the house and and just, kind of went through the motions. Did you do that?
I did, because the American dream says that you're supposed to, have a house and 2.3 kids, and but I felt bad about myself for a long time because I'm an artist. That's hand to mouth, that's check to check. So like I didn't amass enough funds until I was 50 to buy my first house. Yeah.
You have enough experience in it. I think you probably made way better decisions than I did.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really that great with money, so.
It is important though, because society does tell you like this is what you need to be happy. This is what you need, and everyone's different. So yeah, you're very clever and smart to be so young. But we need to do another commercial break, everybody. Eric's tour and album and song are called House on a Hill. You can find both online.